What's up, guys? It's Rahman, and the LeBron 17 has leaked online. The past couple of weeks, we've gotten a ton of photos of what may or may not be LeBron's next signature sneaker. So in this video, we're gonna be breaking it all down. But I just put up two videos explaining how the 17's predecessor, the LeBron 16, broke on me and what Nike told me when I filed the claim on those broken LeBron 16s. So if you haven't checked out that video, you can check them out right over here with the link in the upper right hand corner. But like I said, in today's video, it's all about the next one, the LeBron 17. Is it trash? Is it fire? How will it perform? And is there new technology on it? Let's find out. All right, so right off of the bat, I need you guys to keep in mind that all of the photos you are about to see is part of a bigger conspiracy. Just kidding, they're leaks. So what I'm trying to say is, everything I'm about to say is technically speculation, but I did do my research, guys. I tried to get as much information as I possibly could for you in anticipation for LeBron's 17 signature sneaker. So with all of that in mind, my first overall thought when I saw these was they look a lot like the LeBron 8s, right? I mean, look at these things. It looks like a hybrid from the 8s to the 15s. If you combine those two sneakers, you get the LeBron 17, which interestingly enough, if you add 8 and 15, you get 23, which is obviously LeBron James's number. But if you subtract 17 from that, you get 6, which is also LeBron's number. So maybe, just maybe, these are part of a bigger conspiracy. Probably not, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? I mean, the 17s look a lot like the 8s, and I could see the 17s using that South Beach colorway, which I think it's time for that colorway to make a comeback. And if you look at the upper, it also uses some type of knitted material. So that's obviously where I'm getting the inspiration from the 15s. But it also reminds me of the 15s because of the cut of the sneaker. Now last year, the LeBron 16s used a mid to low cut design. And I thought that was great because for me personally, LeBron James sneakers have always been just a little too overwhelming for me, a little too overpowering and bulky, and cutting the collar area to a mid to low top did a lot for me personally, and making that sneaker hands down the best sneaker to play basketball in last season, in my own opinion. So to see it go back to this high top design, I get it. You know, LeBron probably wants a little bit more security around his ankle, which makes a lot of sense because he's a huge fan of the Soldier line and those sneakers use extremely high collars. So I do understand why they're going back to a high top design, but if it were up to me, I thought the low cut to mid cut design of the 16s just made it a more accessible, more friendly, and just a more enjoyable experience overall. So I am bummed out, but you know, it is what it is. The LeBron 17, it looks like it's going to be a very high top cut. Now, speaking of the materials, apparently word on the street is the materials on the LeBron 17 is a new piece of technology called Prime Knit, not Prime Knit, Knitposit. I don't know what Knitposit means, but we know what knit is, we know what posit is, we know what they have to offer, we know what they do. Knit is soft and posit isn't, while posit is durable and knit isn't. So it's pretty interesting that we're now getting Knitposit, which seems like it's going to combine two totally different materials to address some of the issues that people had with the Battle Knit in the 16s, which was it's not supportive enough and it's not durable enough. Now, personally, I did not feel like that. I thought the materials in the LeBron 16 were awesome. They were supportive and they were surprisingly durable for a knitted material. So I didn't think anything needed to be changed here, but if the rumors are to be believed, it sounds like Nike and LeBron are going with something just a little bit more substantial in the 17s. But to be honest with you guys, I looked at these photos up, down, left, right, inside out, every which way, and I could not find any evidence of posit. It just looks like Battle Knit 3.0, a beefier version of Battle Knit. So those rumors of a new technology called Knitposit might just end up being more of a rumor than actual fact. Another rumor that may or may not be true with these actually involves the cushioning. Now, if you take a look at these leaked photos, it looks like the heel is going to use an Air Max 270 air unit, which would mean that the LeBron 17s would have the most air in any basketball sneaker ever. Now that does seem like a worthy title for the self-proclaimed king, and it would make sense that his shoe would go down in the record books in some way, and having the most air ever might just be how he gets there. But Nick DePaula, ESPN sneaker analyst, was seen on Instagram stating that the air unit in this photo is wrong. And if anyone knows what the LeBron 17 actually looks like, it's Nick. So I don't think these photos are a good representation of what the 17's cushioning is going to be. But if you look at replica photos of the 17's, these photos use an Air Max 270 air unit. So it's tough to say what exactly these will use. But if you ask me, I would be fine if they use whatever they used in the LeBron 16s, that full-length Zoom Air setup, because I thought that was a fantastic cushioning setup. I thought it was very versatile, but some people still felt like their foot was way too high off the ground. Now, for me personally, I did not feel that way. But if you were to make a change with the cushioning setup from the 16s, it would make sense to make it a little bit more appealing for those who felt like their foot was too high off the ground and make it a little bit more of a low profile cushioning setup. But if these photos are to be trusted, or at least somewhat trusted, I mean, check it out. LeBron is wearing the shoe right here in these photos. It looks like Nike is doubling down on making the cushioning setup even more explosive by adding even more air. So for those people who are expecting a lower profile cushioning setup in the new LeBrons, I'm sorry, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. A couple of other things I want to note about the 17s is the traction pattern does look decent, but the forefoot has a sectional design, which should help with the flexibility since full-length Max Zoom Air units can be a little bit stiff. But as far as the pattern is concerned, to me in these photos, it looks a little flat and condensed, which isn't great for dusty conditions since dust can get caught in between those grooves, and having a flat traction pattern means nothing is really going to bite the floor. But if the rubber compound is tacky like the 16's outsole was, then these should have no problem providing ample coverage on a variety of surfaces. But just based on these photos, that outsole looks a little flat and a little too condensed for my liking. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about the LeBron 17s. There is no official or even a rumored release date for these, but you never know, we might get a launch USA colorway like we did with the LeBron 10s, since the FIBA World Cup is right around the corner. And also, LeBrons are usually the first sneaker to drop, so we should be getting official information any second now. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and I'll update you on any information that I get. But in the meantime, let me know what you think about these in the comment section below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more sneaker related content just like this. My name is Jaron. It's been great having you. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.